Welcome, Kelly, to Authentic You TV.
Thank you,
It's a pleasure
Michelle.
to have you.
Thank you.
So, Kelly, what does authenticity mean to you?
It means a lot of things. The way I see authenticity is, okay, Shakespeare said life's a stage, right? And we're all players. And in the beginning, if there's 3 acts to this thing called life, in the very beginning, the first act, we're all babies. We are all innocent, and we're all these shining, radiant, authentic creatures. We don't know how as babies to be inauthentic. We're just wild and expressive and pure. That's why we love babies so much, because they're just sensational in their authenticity. So we all have it in us. It's hardwired into us to be authentically who we are. But as we grow up, we hear no, 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 bad girl, bad girl, bad girl, bad boy, bad boy, bad boy, bad phone for buzzing, bad, 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 be this, be this. And so we get kind of fit into a little box.
Yes.
So by the time we end up in Act 2 of our lives, we've got these well-defined masks, maybe sometimes multiple masks, sometimes a bazillion masks in order to get loved, in order to get approved of, in order to fit in order to get people to like us, in order to all that stuff. And so at that point, we kind of forget who we really are. I remember there was a moment in my life where I was driving down the street and I didn't know what music to listen to on the radio, because when no one was in the car with me, I didn't know what I liked. I was so used to listening to music that everyone else liked, but what did I like? I had lost all that. So by the time Act 3 rolls around, it usually happens because we've become bankrupt in Act 2. We've become so far removed from ourselves that, and it either works or it doesn't work. At the end of Act 2, you either get so good at your mask that you have acquired wealth and status and all of this stuff, but you feel empty inside, or it doesn't work at all and you've repelled everyone and everything is breaking down in an obvious way. So at the end of Act 2, the inauthenticity, it's hard to say, inauthenticity doesn't work. So the beginning of Act 3 begins on your knees saying, okay, higher power, wherever you are, whoever you are, I need some help. Something needs to change, and perhaps I need to become real. I need to take off this mask, but I don't know how. So you begin Act 3 in a very humble way, saying, thy will be done, show me. And that's the beginning of an authentic place, an authentic life. And I believe anybody that would watch this is in Act 3 of their life, truly wanting to take off the masks. They sometimes get sticky. They like to come back on. And they like, but the more you get used to just being honest, being transparent, saying, thy will be done, and being guided in that genuine way, then it starts to become fun. And then we kind of regain that innocence that we had as babies, but we get to have the wisdom of being an adult. And that's kind of the magic sweet spot that I think we're all after.
Yes, I agree. Beautiful. Well
Thank
done.
you. Thank you very much.
So how are you living your authentic you?
Well, I think it's not about not falling down, but it's about getting up every time you fall down. So I think it's about trying, and it's about being honest about the process. It's about saying, I'm scared, I'm nervous, I'm feeling so inadequate, I'm totally off center. It's about just calling it out, calling yourself out, and then taking a breath and realizing that we're all the same and we're all perfect, and remembering that I am connected to everyone. When I'm connected to you, I remember that I'm connected to everyone else. Then there's a place of complete relaxation and a breath, and realizing, I don't have to tap dance quite so fast. I can find my own rhythm and find my groove, and then I can and then life becomes magical. The magic key for me is remembering, as simple as this sounds, that I'm enough. I operate inauthentically when I don't think I'm enough. Then I feel like I have to add all kinds of layers on top to, like, am I good enough? Am I good enough? But when I realize, wait a minute, I'm enough, then
I love that.
Then I can just be, and then the magic starts to unfold, and I get to meet people like you and do things like this, and life is a grand playground.
Wow, I love that. I really love that.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you so much, Kelly.
You're so welcome. Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
Why are you doing this Authentic You TV show? Why are you doing this?
Well, it's been a long journey for me to really find who it is that I'm supposed to be. You know, I loved your metaphor that you used about, you know, what do I listen to on the radio? Because,
Right.
you know, and that was me, you know, really worried about what other people thought of me. You know, I had to have everything just so, and, you know, it had to appease everyone. And it's like that Act 3 you were talking about. You know, when you get there, it's like, enough, you know, shed this.
Yeah.
Just going to be me, and if you don't like it, then that's fine. That's your opinion, and it doesn't really matter. What matters is my opinion. And so just embracing that, and it's really been, you know, it just blossomed, this whole idea about doing Authentic You TV, Authentic You Radio. It's just an extension of who you know, what I'm doing right now. It's an extension of that. So it's me sharing my passion with everyone. I think it's time. I think the world needs to embrace this, because for the previous century, we've been, you know, drive, money, power, greed, success, achievement, which is great. We've achieved a lot as a planet, but now we're kind of flustering in the 2000, you know, era, and no one really knows what we're supposed to be doing. You know, the whole drive and money, greed, and power doesn't do it anymore, and so we're searching for that inner truth. And so that's what Authentic You TV is about. It's about helping others recognize that, you know, we can be who we want to be, and it's okay. You know, we don't need the masks. We don't need any of that. We can just be you. That's my slogan. Be you.
I love that. Permission to be you. What do you hope people that are watching this or listening to this, what do you hope that they'll get from that, from watching and listening?
Well, I think that, you know, watching the interviews and listening to everyone's point of view, and just, you know, finding little bits in each of the interviews and finding, you know, I resonate with that, and I resonate with that, and hopefully it will inspire them to embrace their truth, you know, by looking at other people and saying, wow, she's living her truth. It's amazing, you know, being who she really wants to be, and it's okay, you know, and she's so happy doing it.
Okay, so fast forward a couple years from now, your show's happening, it's successful, millions of people have been watching it and been transformed by it. What is the world like? What is the state of the world with all these people having permission to be authentically them, with their masks off, their pure radiance happening? Describe the state of the world.
Peace and harmony, and just, you know, I mean, we know what it's like to stand in our truth. I mean, like you said, the masks creep back on sometimes, and we get in that place, and it's uncomfortable. It's so much easier to be you. It's so difficult to be those other people, you know, playing all those different roles, when you can shed them and be you, and it's so wonderful and magical and freeing. And so it's going to be, you know, a place of peace and freedom, true freedom, right? That's the way I see it.
Amen, sister. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly.